Okay, so I've had a couple of questions about ways to improve in gunfights and how to improve better in Apex. So I'm just going to run through a clip that I had done previously, and we're going to break it down bit by bit and explain exactly what I'm thinking during the gunfights and what I know that I can do during them. So I'm going to let the clip run first, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Okay, so now that we've looked at the clip in full, we're going to start breaking it down. So to begin with, my teammate is already in the middle of a gunfight, so I know that he's currently fighting someone. So whenever I get geared up, and we've just dropped into Olympus, hence why we were still kind of looting, I get my arc star out. As soon as I jump off this edge, I can see an enemy as I fall, just right here, and therefore that's why I throw the arc star in that general direction. So what this ends up doing is it forces this player to either go up here, go behind here, or go through here to the other side. What they end up doing is they go through to the other side, come up, and round to the top again. This delay and split between this player and this player allows me time to have a 1v1 fight against this player. So what I do first is I take some shots and get the knock. Now we're going to go back and look at that again. So what I do here is I shoot, and at this point I know I need to reload. So what I end up doing is move to the left, because this pillar gives me cover from the enemy. But what I do is fill the octane into thinking I'm going left and end up coming back right again. And you'll see if you look very closely that the octane will end up looking in this direction as I come round to the right. So go left, and if you look here very closely, he's still looking this direction, and whenever I come up from my crouch, you'll see he turns left to face me. Let's just play that back. Go left, watch the octane. There. That was enough to get me a knock. And now I'm ADSing this area, but my teammate is pinging up here, and that of course is where the horizon's coming. This one is kind of potluck, I will say, because I end up losing to pulling the cog back to load the weapon of the hemlock, because the animation didn't fully complete whenever I reloaded back at the beginning of the clip. So from here, we're listening for audio cues. I hear a sentinel being shot in the background. There. So I now know there's another team. So immediately, I get a shield swap. I know they're coming from this side because my teammate's already pinged here, and I've heard the shot come from my left. Get shots off. Get a reload in behind cover. My teammate is pinging to the right side, so I know I need to look there. There's the octane. At this point, whenever I take damage, there's a few things that I can do from that thermite. I can either move back to this building here, or I can move further left, but I would be fully exposed to the octane, or try to push into here. All three of those decisions will result in me getting shot further. Now, I'm not broken yet, but it would break up the fight a lot more for me because they're a 2 and I'm only a 1. So what I end up doing is using my tactical to get vertical advantage on the Octane and hopefully take a couple more shots. Take my shot, did 50 damage, and this is key to noting in the next gunfight. I fall back down and go back onto my tactical. And here in this frame we can see both of the enemies. So I already know the Octane is cracked and I've done 50 damage, so he should only be 50 health. The Bangalore should be full health, so I'm focusing on the Bangalore to get him cracked and damaged. I end up doing 67 flesh. Because of Horizon's passive, I'm then able to slide in a crouching motion when I hit the ground and get a boost to move to the right, and it allows me to shoot at the Bangalore specifically, which is right here, because I know she's the weakest out of the 2 of them. If I can get my shots off quickly, I can get it down and then focus more on the Octane. So when I land, I slide, get my shots off, and then get the Octane. Now I'm going to go back, and what's happened here is exactly the same as the previous clip, whereby the pillar, I move left but come right. Same thing except opposite way around, I'm going left instead of right. So I've downed the Bangalore, here's the Octane. If you look at my health, you'll see it go down because I end up getting shot by the Bangalore and I get shot again by the Octane. So what I do is, knowing the Octane is right here, the Octane is going to slide down because I am currently sliding down, and he will think that I'm taking cover right here. So what he ends up doing is he comes down around the pillar and he's aiming in this direction because he expects me to be here or have slid past it. What I end up doing is using a little bit of mechanical skill is I end up sliding down, tap strafing back left, and then pre-aim and pre-fire this angle because I know that the Octane is going to slide down this side and expect me to be sitting here. It's the exact same thing as before. I go one direction but come back quickly in the other, and then the Octane or the person I'm fighting is full. And that's a breakdown of basic game sense in a gunfight. Even though I didn't hit every shot, I was able to use my movement and my game mechanics and my game sense on knowing where cover is, where I can slide, what abilities I can use in certain situations.